Now we are in Omaha, Nebraska. We are with federal agencies as they go in, and they're actually doing a targeted enforcement operation here at Glen Valley Foods, where several individuals are there working illegally. There are about 70 officers and agents on scene right now. They're about to go to this facility right now, and we are the only network on scene.
Apparently, in this operation, they arrested over 100 people in the country illegally, all of whom lied about their ability to work here.
Yeah, this, I think there's a... Oh, yeah.
Oh. What do we got here? How many people are we talking? Wow.
Hey, sir. No knives?
All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Also, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, and peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect, back at it through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. Just a quick epistle concerning these so-called ICE raids, man, in the protest that's happening because of them. This is just moments preceding the persecution of the saints, man. Through the spirit, you can see what's going on. It's what the Lord warned his people, hey, that this was going to be a time like the earth has never seen before, that this would be a time like the enemy will come in like a madman, sparing none, man. You so-called Latinos, Negroes, and Native Americans, man. And we're seeing, you know, the beginning stages of him coming in at that level by doing these raids, man. And who really knows what's happening to these people? They're splitting families up. They're going in schools, you know, getting children, men, women, and children. So they're already not sparing none. How much more when things really intensify? You got the wars or the rumors of wars. Things are ramping up in the Middle East, and it's just calamities after calamities, man. These are the last events preceding Yahushua's second coming, man. All right. So we'll get into this real quick in the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16 and verse 71. All right. We'll start at verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So of course the wicked is going to be dealt with, but ultimately the persecution of the saints is coming, man. All right. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. And it's amazing how this thing is taking place. They done brought all these people over here. You know, how soon we forget that they was bringing these quote unquote foreigners or migrants. They was bringing them over. A lot of these people are on buses and shit like that, man. And then they basically cause the problem so they can come in with a solution, and the ultimate solution to all these people that they can't track is going to be the mark of the beast, man. All these so-called immigrants and, you know, documentation is missing here and there. Well, they'll just, you know, hit the great reset and just say, hey, you know what, we'll let you guys live here in our country, but you have to be documented by this mark of the beast. So take this MOTB, put it inside your body. Without it, you're not going to be able to buy or sell. And we see it now more than ever. Also concerning the coming persecution, you got again those ICE raids happening, the protests and whatnot. But you know they're coming for the gangsters, you know, so-called gangsters, Jake and their whole gang banging and the shit that they got going on. They're well aware of what's happening in the hood with all these murders that's taking place, man. Y'all, the way the Lord let Esau set it up, it was so you niggas wouldn't think that, you know, y'all are so stupid to think that the enemy is not aware of the chaos and carnage that's happening in the streets, man. So guess what, man? All right, so they'll come, they already militarized, you know. Then they'll go for those guys, man, the violent people, the people that they deem, terrorists, if you will. All right. And then, of course, it'll trickle down to the Lord's hopeful elect, the ones that really believe in Yahweh Shema Shah, that call upon Yahweh Shema Shah, as well as everyone else that just claim that they believe in the God of the Bible or whatever it is that they believe in that's contrary to what these people want to do, man. All right. So they'll start with these ICE raids, then it'll go to the gangsters, man, because they really are T's, they really are out here causing chaos and carnage, man. But again, man, the Lord taught us these things. The Lord prophesied unto us these things, man, that persecution would fall upon us as well. Let me get that. In the book of John, chapter 15 and verse 18. And this is the words from Malachi Hawashah, who the word ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. John 15 and 18. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. And we're about to see the full manifestation of that here pretty soon, man. All right. We see it now on a low level with all the scoffing and the mocking and whatnot. But wait till they really come with that persecution. And I did in the Edom online, that word persecute goes, it says to oppress for the holding of an opinion. All right, so basically, to be oppressed, being thrown into, prisons, jails, having your so-called rights taken away from you, falsely accused, etc. These are all forms of oppression, man. And that's what the Lord is preparing us for, all right, by telling us these things. In verse 20, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, which they did, all right, persecuted Malachi Hawashah, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. So there it is, man. And that's the whole point of this epistle, man. The persecution is coming, but you got to remember, Yahushua overcame these things. Our brethren that went before us, they overcame these things all through the spirit and power of obedience and fear towards Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. So that's all we have to focus on, man. Keeping our faith and obedience and fear towards Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, and we'll watch this thing play out, being on the right hand side of the Lord willing. We are those predestined spirits to experience that, man. All right. But again, you see what's going on. Things are starting to intensify now more than ever. You got storms in diverse places, earthquakes in diverse places, man. The Lord is moving things around. People are having to come out their homes one way or another. You got these ICE agents rounding up people, man. And again, they're not sparing none, man. How much more when we're in a time where a famine has hit, all right, where this place possibly is invaded, Babylon the Great, when there's war on this land. All these things are going to take place all at the same time. And again, this is the time that the Lord has for his people to wake up. He's sending out this warning through love, patience, long suffering to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. But a lot of the Lord's people don't want to listen, man. So therefore, here pretty soon the Lord not going to be dealing with that no more, man. All right. And it's just going to be every man for themselves, as they say. If the Lord is not with you, man, good luck. All right. Let me go to the book of Matthew, back up that about that persecution coming. But here's the the balance. Blessed, and this is words from Malachi Hawashah, who the word ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake. So, to be persecuted for righteousness' sake, the Lord saying, hey, blessed are ye. All right, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So that's our reward. Verse 11, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake, for the name Yahweh Hashem and Hawashah, the spirit of truth. All right. When they do these things, the Lord is telling us, teaching us that we're going to be blessed, man. All right. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. And we experienced a portion of that reward by receiving this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding and seeing what it produces. We're able to pray to the Lord and see things actually manifest in real time, man. That's like a form of spiritual power that the Lord is letting us experience through, the will and power of Yahweh Bahashem and Yahweh Shai, man. All right. But again, rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. So starting with Yahweh Shai and the prophets that came before us, this is a part of our heritage, man, from Yahweh, for us to, experience these things. It's an experience. It's a test. All we have to do is remember what was written aforetime was written for our learning. Remember what Yahweh Shai taught us. Remember what our brothers that went through these things taught us. The historical account of Job, of Noah, King David, all the brethren that believe in Yahweh Hashem Shai, the women and the children, that were obedient and saw how the Lord protected, these individuals, and how the Lord brought complete mayhem upon everybody else, man. All right, that's very important coming into the times that we're coming into, man. And Lord willing, we're at the end of this thing, man. It's almost showtime. We just got to remember the words of Yahweh Hashem Shai, because that's what's going to get us home, man. All right, but there, as you clearly can see, man, and I did a epistle through the spirit a couple of days ago, like about how people don't really want to respond to, warnings until it's brought to their front door, or people don't care about other people suffering until they're going through it. So we can, warn our people all day. They're not going to respond until they actually experience what it's like to be hungry on a whole nother level, or they can't experience their folly and their mirth, and they can't just go out and buy groceries like they're used to, and gas is sky high, and they can't just, gas up their car, ride around, or just do, their daily, activities, man, without it being an extreme hassle. This is what's coming to Babylon the Great. This is what we're warning our people. Hey, repent, come back to Yahweh Bahashem and Yahweh Shai. Hey, call upon the Lord, pray fast, do these things now, experience these things now, in hopes that the Lord will remember you and have pity and mercy upon you during Jacob's trouble, because we are coming into that time very, very rapidly. All right. Book of 2 Peter, chapter 3 and verse 11. All right, so hearing these warnings and seeing these things, all right, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? All right, so that's the spirit we're supposed to be in, not in the spirit of play, mirth, folly, and of course anything that has to do with just willingly sinning, man. We're supposed to be talking about the kingdom, talking about how to be saved, all right, talking about the things that we need to put away, all right, being in that holy conversation, calling upon the name Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and living and abiding in that hedge of protection that the Lord has about those that fear him, man. All right. And instead of what everybody else is in, just like all this stuff is going on, I see a lot of grown men of our nation talking about this damn Drake concert and Kendrick Lamar concert, man. It's sickening, it's disgusting, make you want to throw up, like, ugh. What type of man are you? This is what the scriptures is going to, like, what manner of persons are you men in to be talking about? I mean, the little back and forth as far as rap, hip hop, that was cool, man. But come on, who even cares about a damn concert? What they got going? And I think they talking about Canada. These folks don't even live in Canada. Canada talking about this Drake and Kendrick concert, or Kendrick don't went to Canada, and like, dude. There's so much stuff going on, man. But again, hey, we want to put on as the hopeful elect and not be like those clowns of our nation that's talking about, other shit that ain't got nothing to do with reality, man. All that's just play stuff that the enemy set in place for distraction, keep you distracted. Just like the P. Diddy trial, sure, it shows us a judgment and how the Lord exposes people, but it becomes a clown show after a certain point, man. All right. So you hear our people talking about this P. Diddy, all his his actions and things like that. But look at all the serious things that are happening throughout the earth, man. You know, prices on goods are still sky high. We have incompetence within our government, wars and rumors of wars. There's just extreme violence. Adultery is at an all-time high. Whoredoms at an all-time high. The children are out of control. And the Lord is righteous, man, to do what he's getting ready to do concerning these children, especially you wicked ass children of the nation of Israel. You 13, 14, 15-year-olds walking around here with assault weapons and things like that. The Lord got to get you out of here, man. Can't nobody live like that with you guys. So of course the Lord is going to put a spirit upon these guys, all right, to come in like a madman, sparing none. Just wait till you see the next level of it, all right. Yeah, they're rounding things up, they suited and booted, but just wait till the first bullet fly on either side, man. With all these protests, all it's going to take is one bullet to fly through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Shah, and that's going to set off a chain of events, man, of violence, man, like this earth has never seen before, because we are in those times, man. All right, so you just wait, and you're gonna see all hell break loose here upon planet earth, and especially here in Babylon the Great, man. All right. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 2. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all, man, all that play, and the living will lay it to his heart. And we do understand that there's a time and place for everything. I think that's Ecclesiastes chapter 3. There's a time and place for everything. Now is not the time, especially for a grown man of the nation of Israel, mind you, to be talking about some damn Kendrick Lamar and Drake battle beef, whatever they got going on, man. You need to be getting your household in order if you are a real man of the nation of Israel and preparing, because all the men that have prepared for what's coming, they're going to shine in that day, they're going to shine. And everyone else that took it lightly, I mean, it's going to be the exact opposite. Dull, dusty, moth written. All these things are coming to these people who didn't take heed, man. So the strongest guys of the nation of Israel, these football players, basketball players with all this stature and status, man, they're going to be likened unto little girls, man. Thus saith Yahweh Shema Shah in that day. The Lord not going to be with them. There's going to be spiritual things that's going on, like a spiritual fear like they've never experienced before. Their families is going to turn their back on them because they can't provide. And, there's just all that's just going to expose their weakness, all right, and they're gonna take that mark of the beast, man. All right. So it's better to be in the house of mourning. It's better to, even though it sucks, it's better to cry now. It's better to cry even on a consistent daily basis, man, to Yahweh Shema Shah for situation. It's better because the Lord, look down and have mercy upon an individual like that. Whatever, especially concerning the nation of Israel, we still in captivity. The Lord hasn't, all the way freed us yet. It may seem like it is some people, but we still in our captivity to this very day, man. So we still have to deal with the pains that come with our transgressions, man. All right. But Lord willing, Yahweh Shema shall have mercy upon us, and we at the end of this thing, man. So I'll go to Ecclesiasticus, also Sirach, and we'll leave it off at this. Ecclesiasticus 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So prepare these things. Prepare for the ups and downs that come with it. Prepare your mind and get rid of that whole notion of the whole prosperity gospel. Oh, the Lord will cause a man to prosper if he willeth. But there's a time and place for that. We have a great tribulation, Jacob's trouble, to go through before we make it to all the riches and the glory and the perfection. All right, set thy heart aright and constantly endure. So this thing is about endurance. Constantly, every day, we have to endure and still keep our head up and our faith and reverence towards Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, and make no haste in time of trouble. See, everybody's gonna do that again when it's brought to their face. You see, we're able to do it now through the mercies of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, making haste, putting on as the elect, giving diligence to make our calling and election sure. All right, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end, man. And we're going to be increased, Lord willing, when this thing is all said and done, receiving those new perfect glorified bodies. Just that alone, man, is enough to keep us motivated. All right, in verse 4, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. And that's easier said than done. All right, but constantly calling upon Yahweh Shema Shah is the point during our ups and downs, when we're going through these tribulations. We call upon Yahweh Shema Shah, take it cheerfully. Understand, that this is a test, and understand that this is also a punishment. All right, there's wisdom. All right, that's why our Lord say, a wisdom shall be stability of thy times. We're gonna know why these things are happening. All right, to a certain extent, man, especially when it involves prophecy. All right. And we got to remember, we've been here before for those that can receive it concerning reincarnation. All right. And be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. And here's the point. All right. For gold is tried in the fire, and we want to be likened unto gold to Yahweh Hashem Awashai, and acceptable, all right, men in the furnace of adversity. And we want to make sure that we shine like that fine gold in this furnace of adversity, which is our captivity, this planet Earth, Babylon, the great Jacob's trouble, all right, the great tribulation, the mark of the beast. All these things we're going to overcome through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Awashai. All we have to do is do our part and endure to the end, all right, and keep our faith and reverence towards you and fear towards Yahweh Hashem Shah. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Till next time, Shalom.